Hi, my name's Emma, and let's talk spooky stuff. It's not often that a sequel is better than the original, nor is it often that the third in a series or a trilogy would be better than the other two. So imagine my surprise watching VHS 94, the fourth in the anthology franchise VHS. And in my opinion, likely the best. Now hear me out, anthologies do walk a very thin line. They need to be memorable, but also share screen time. They need to introduce the characters while getting straight to the action. And they need to close the story pretty much as quick as they started it. For this reason, I think anthology films are among the hardest to pull off. I mean, your film is only as strong as your weakest segment. But that's what 94 has going for it, and that's what it uses as its strength. Using video overlay effects and cinematography, the film transports the viewer directly into the 90s. We have glitches, we have buzzing, and a spotlight camera that mimics 80s and 90s flash photography. It feels legit, and it also boosts 94's secret weapon, the effects. 94 uses a mix of practical and visual effects that blow the previous entries out of the water. Because segment after segment, they find a way to integrate them into the stories in fascinating ways. And with the drop in quality to mimic this 90s video style, it allows them to pull off these effects seamlessly. The stories of VHS 94 have a fixation on body horror, making it the most gruesome entry yet. The anthology lets the filmmakers run wild with their ideas, creating shocking and bizarre moments that all stand on their own. I found overall the stories in this entry of VHS a lot more engaging. They go from everything from news reports gone wrong to funeral homes to pure torture. I feel like it has more range than any of the other VHS films. So of course, I've got you all excited, insane effects, shocking moments. What's not to love about that? But here's really what you need to expect when watching this VHS film. The movie is made up of 5 segments. Holy Hell, which is the segment that weaves the story together. This one is made by Jennifer Reeder, who is known for her 2009 feature Knives and Skin. Storm Drain by Chloe Okono, director of Short Slut. The Empty Wake by Simon Barrett, who is a writer, actor, director, and he also directed the 2021 film Seance. The Subject by Timo Tjahjanto, an Indonesian filmmaker known for his work on VHS, May the Devil Take You, and his upcoming remake of Train to Busan. And Terror by Ryan Prowse, who directed 2017 comedy crime Lowlife. An honorable mention goes to Steven Kostanski, who did Veggie Masher, which is a short transition segment. He also directed The Void and Psycho Goreman. Of all of these segments, I was not a fan of the story that weaves them all together. Holy hell. It just didn't measure up to the interesting concepts of the other segments. Which of course is unfortunate because it's the glue that holds the whole story together. This is where I felt the first 2 VHS films actually made sense and achieved the purpose in more of a clear and concise way. The aim of VHS is to get the viewer to believe that we are watching a found footage VHS. And there is a purpose why we are circling through all of these different tapes and different stories. So for 94, that didn't really make sense for me. While we're at the negatives, The Subject, which is a great segment in 94, also just did not fit for me. It sticks out because it abandons the stylization that the other segments have being shot in 1994. Although this one is shot in 1994 and takes place in 1994, it does not look like it does, and it gets a full upgrade in quality. They could definitely make up an excuse for this because the segment has a lot to do with technology and advanced technology, but I just don't feel like it fits, even though it is a great and disgusting segment. Likely the most gruesome. With all of that taken into consideration, the main thing that you'll need to keep in mind when approaching this collection of stories is that they're fast-paced, they're bizarre, they're graphic, but they are a little bit cheesy. Don't try and make sense of their madness, just enjoy the wild ride. The first complete segment, Storm Drain, is my favorite, and I definitely think it sets up this vibe. It is bizarre in one of the best ways, and the way it approaches the special effects department is just something original and fun. It's really the perfect story for an anthology film because it is short and sharp and sweet, and there's not much depth to it. So if you're up for a good time, this film is bound to deliver. This is a popcorn horror that really pushes the boundaries and has some crazy, shocking moments. There were definitely a few occasions while watching that my jaw hit the floor. But if you're in the mood for an emotional, in-depth film riddled with metaphors, this is probably not your best bet. This film is all about fun and dramatic moments that are quite shocking with plenty of gore. And depending how this film is received will determine what is next for the VHS franchise. The producer Josh Goldblum recently said that they already have ideas for the next VHS film, but it just depends on the reception of 94. This film is such a good watch for friends, so if you do have a bunch of horror friends that you like watching films with, definitely save it for that. It is a wild ride full of fun effects, and if you're into something a little bit cheesy but super original, I think you're gonna like this one. I'm giving it a personal score of 7 out of 10. I was really impressed. I'm not a big anthology fan. I find it really hard, as I said earlier, to get that perfect mix of a lead-in and also to close the story while having it engaging and an interesting concept. And I think VHS 94 doesn't actually have a bad segment. Of course, some are better than the others, but I don't think it has a really weak segment, unlike the other films. Scare score, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Of course, this will change with each segment. I don't think it's as scary, although it is very gory and more shocking. And for originality, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I thought some of them are very original setups. Some that I really almost wish I could watch a whole movie on, especially again, the sewer one. Absolutely love that one. But of course, I do think if it was stretched out any longer, it would change the whole feel of the segment, which of course is based on this bizarre moment. VHS 94 hits Shudder this Wednesday, the 6th of October, just in time for Halloween. So definitely check it out and put it on your to-watch list for this October. I hope you're having a fantastic day. If you have seen the film by now, please let me know all your thoughts down below and let me know which segment was your favorite. I think we're all going to agree the same one. I think. Maybe not. We'll see. I'm very excited to see what you guys think about this one. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would love to have you. I talk about horror movies and thrillers every single week, giving you a lot to put on your to-watch list, letting you know whether something's worth your time before you watch it, spoiler free. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Stay safe and stay spooky. Bye, friends.